Hello everybody, ReverendDrRed here. Now, as you know, I've been getting up and speaking about a lot of things going on in this country. A lot of problems, a lot of different people. Everybody knows me on the social networks. I've been putting a lot of information about what's going on, posting a lot of different articles from different areas. And there's been a lot of people that I'm subscribed to on YouTube and different blogs I'm subscribed to that I watch. And they're all feeling the frustration, and I'm feeling the frustration myself. We're all out there telling everybody what's happening, telling everybody what we need to do to prevent it, or to stop it, and telling everybody what to prepare for. And everybody out there is saying, yeah, we're awake, we're ready, we're doing this, we're doing that. And all anybody's really doing is sitting on their computer screen, or sitting on their couch, watching their TVs, or playing their video games. People, this isn't a joke. It really isn't. Everything that I'm saying, and everything that so many other people out there are saying, are all true. You know, on my website for the ministry, spiritualmessiahministries.org and spiritualmessiahministries.com, there's so much information up there that everybody's by now should be well aware of. And I even have up there a Bible prophecy and predictions page where I have listed about 9 predictions that I made based on current events and the scripture in the Bible. Telling everybody how I came to the conclusions, the predictions that I did. Every single thing I predicted, both on that predictions list, as well as every prediction I've ever made that I did not put on that list, both before I wrote that list as well as after I wrote that list, all happened. Each and every single one of them happened. Now, if everything that I'm saying is happening, and everything that these other people are saying is happening, and if you people are really awake and are really aware of what's going on, and you're really preparing for this, then please give all of us some kind of sign that you're preparing. And just recently, was it Russia that's threatening to blow up our missile sites, the American missile sites, because they're a threat to their national security? And you have rumors going on that from one angle Iran is looking to build nukes. From another angle it's saying that Iran doesn't want nukes, it's all American propaganda. You got the Occupy movement, trying to blow up bridges or whatever it is they're trying to do. I mean, we all know from watching them that they're shutting down the entire economy. They're blocking off the trade routes and everything. There was one incident. I don't remember how long ago it was when they actually stood on the train tracks and stopped the trains from coming in. They shut down. San Francisco Bay, was it? I can't remember. So somewhere it was out in California. I don't remember off the top of my head. And then you have the Tea Party being labeled as terrorists. You have the NRA being labeled as terrorists, and everybody's trying to badmouth the NRA, trying to say that the NRA wants killings and everything. You know, this is ridiculous. And then there's the small fact that Obama's new slogan is simply the word forward. Very few people are aware that forward, not only was there a song by Hitler for the Hitler Youth, all about moving forward. Almost every fascist dictator that took over, their slogan was forward. No explanation of the word, just we're going forward. So you got to wonder, when Obama's saying he's going to move forward, what does he mean? And after all, he said that he wanted to bring change to America, and what change do we see? You have unemployment at an all-time high. The most Americans in history of the United States are on welfare and food stamps. The majority of people out there are so lazy, it's not even funny. They feel that they are entitled to the government's money, to our money. And then there's this movement going on with the Catholic Church, where the Catholic Church is literally splitting. And what's going to wind up happening, I can guarantee it, is you're going to have the Catholic Church of what exists of it today, and then you're going to have an entirely new Catholic Church, which I can guarantee you is going to be led by the false prophet. And we are about to see the revealing of the Antichrist. I can guarantee you that. If there's ever been a thing that I've said that was wrong, I wish this was it. Because unfortunately, everything that I've already said in the past all happened. But with all these things going on, it's so apparent, and it should be apparent to everybody, that we are about to see the fall of America, the crash, not only of the American dollar and the American economy, but the world economy. The international banking system is going to crash. The entire stock exchange is going to crash. I think it was, April 29th, was it? That the Russian stock exchange officially closed indefinitely. And all these different things that are going on is literally leading to World War III. I mean, I don't know how much plainer, how much simpler myself or anybody else out there that's saying it can make it, in all honesty. And the few people out there that are fighting for your freedoms and are fighting for the people are being named terrorists by the mainstream media, and almost the entire American society is falling for the propaganda. The Tea Party, in all their years of existence, it's not one arrest. They have not said not one thing against America, against the Constitution, or anything else. They're trying to reinstate the Constitution. They're trying to reinstate an America that was supposed to be based on the wants of the Founding Fathers. What we have today is not what the Founding Fathers wanted. What we have today is not the American Constitution. It's not the United States Constitution. Almost the entire Bill of Rights is gone. All the later on amendments are gone. Almost the entire Constitution is being shredded. This is not America. What the Tea Party is fighting for is America. Trying to save America. Trying to breathe life back into America. And the Tea Party is racist. The Tea Party is terrorists. And you have the NRA, who's mainly fighting not only for your free speech, but mainly for your Second Amendment rights, which is what? Your right to bear arms and the right to form a militia. Each and every state has the right to their own state militias. Yet, under today's government, state militias and any other kind of militia is looked at as a terrorist organization, even though the majority of militias that I've heard about and that I've spoken with are all pro-American, pro-Constitution. Yeah, you're going to hear them bad-mouthing the illegal immigrants, but guess what? They're illegal. And yeah, you're going to hear them bad-mouthing the occutards and all these other idiots on welfare. But you know what? What they're doing is illegal too. And as far as I'm concerned, the America that, at least the America that I was born in, not the America that I currently live in, anything you want, you work for. You work your way up. You get what you deserve. You get what you earn. Not, well, I want it. That guy has it, so I'm going to go steal it from him. That's what the occutards want. And everybody living off of the welfare system. Now, I'm not saying there's not certain people out there that need the help, but that's all it should be, is help. You get your help while you need it, you get back up on your feet, and you leave the welfare system. It's not supposed to be a life support. It's not supposed to be to hop on the welfare system as soon as you jump off your mommy's titty, and you stay on it until the day you die, and you raise a family on it. That's not what it was created to be. And you have the NRA over in the UN fighting the United Nations agenda for an international gun ban. You have them fighting to get Obama out of office. And you have them fighting for our constitutional right to own and bear arms. And like I said in so many videos before, I own a weapon. It is legal, it is registered. And I'm also a proud member of the NRA. And everywhere I go, this is what comes with me. And it is loaded at all times. And it's the Second Amendment of the United States Constitution that gives me the right to own this and to carry this. Not some magical piece of paper that the sheriff's office gives you. The United States Constitution. It is a constitutional right to own and bear arms. It is a constitutional right to protect yourself. Now, I'm not saying it's right to, go out there and just start shooting people either. Obviously, it's only to be used to throw it off thieves, burglars, or whatever. And if your life is threatened, then use it and take them down and call the cops. Have them hauled off to prison. What's happening here is not only are we watching our government and this great nation fall, and a new fascist, totalitarian dictatorship rise, but every single organization out there, and every single individual out there that believes in the United States Constitution, and believes in freedom, and liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, are all being labeled as terrorists. They're all being labeled as possible domestic terrorists, a threat to this nation. When it is the patriot that is the defender of the nation. And you have the armed forces, all your veterans. According to the NBAA, all the veterans are now considered to be domestic terrorists. Why? Because not only do they have military training, and they know how to use firearms, almost every single one of them owns at least one, and they took an oath to uphold and defend the United States Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And I believe that's how the organization known as the Oath Keepers came to arise. When military personnel, retired and active, police officers, etc., that swore an oath to uphold and defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and they will not go against that oath. They are going to keep it. They will not open fire on American citizens. They are going to die defending this country, their family, and every single American citizen from all enemies, foreign and domestic. Therefore, all military personnel, all your veterans, all your police officers, firefighters, anybody who took an oath like that, similar to that, including the organization Oath Keepers, are all deemed as possible domestic terrorists by the United States government. The NRA, terrorists. Tea Party, terrorists. Do you see where this is going? Meanwhile, they're all flying the American flag. They all believe in the United States Constitution. They're all out there defending your rights. Those men and women overseas right now. Your brother, your sister, your son, your daughter, your mother, your father, whoever it is that's in the service right now, putting their lives on the line. Obama doesn't care about them. This government, this current regime does not care about them. They're expendable. Why? Because they're potential terrorists in the government's eyes. All according to the NDAA bill. If you don't yet know what the NDAA is, then you have been asleep at the wheel. Because myself and many others have done at least one, if not more, videos, articles, podcasts, you name it, it's been done about the NDAA bill since before it was even signed into law. We've all been warning about it, what it means, what it says in it, and what it has done to the United States Constitution, and what it has done to just about every single American citizen in this country and abroad. Life as we know it is changing. The world as we know it is changing. Every single American citizen is now a potential domestic terrorist. If you drink coffee in the morning, you're a terrorist. Do you have 2 cell phones, one personal, one for business? Guess what? If you have two cell phones, you're a terrorist. Do you work on your laptop in a cafe shop? You're a terrorist. Do you drive a white construction van, a panel van? You're a terrorist. Do you own a firearm? You're a terrorist. Are you a member of Oath Keepers, the Tea Party, the NRA? You're a terrorist. Are you a Christian? You're a terrorist. Are you a homeschooler? You're a terrorist. According to the NDAA, all of us are terrorists for one reason or another. A lot of us are considered to be domestic terrorists by the government under the NDAA bill for more than one reason. I believe Alex Jones did kind of somewhat sick comedy type documentary on it. I forget what it's called, but if you go to the Alex Jones channel, I'm sure you can find it there. And it is actually pretty funny how he acts in the film, in the documentary. But it's no laughing matter. It's all true. Just because we haven't seen it yet, it doesn't mean anything. And then they're floating around with this race card bit. They're not going to mention crimes black on black at all. They haven't even been touching base all that much without, unless they're receiving pressure on black on white crimes. They're only talking about white on black crimes to try to push the race card. Label all the whites as racists and all the blacks as the innocent people that are being targeted by the racist whites. What they're doing, on top of the fact that there's a Christian genocide going on, a global Christian genocide, there's also a global genocide of the white race going on. And they're conquering the world, and they're conquering America specifically through divide and conquer. You see, if everybody's divided and fighting each other, we're not paying attention to what they're doing. If we're not paying attention to what they're doing, they can swoop right on in and take over. And we wake up one day and we're just like, huh? When did this happen? It happened when you were too busy playing your video games, watching your TV, or signing on, playing games, or doing whatever on the internet, not paying attention to the real world. Listening to all the propaganda that all the whites out there are racist against the blacks and all the poor innocent blacks. Or, well, the Tea Party, well, the NRA this, well, the Oath Keepers that. And then you have the fact that little children are being indoctrinated that homosexuality is okay, that Muslims founded America. I mean, the entire American history has been rewritten. And they're also being told that it's okay to turn the pan if you got 2 bottles of Clorox bleach or 2 cans of Lysol or whatever in your house. Or you leave the water running for too long. You know, stupid little things. Your kids are being told that they see that they will get paid $200. $200 for calling the cops on you. Your child. Calling the cops on you for having too many cleaning chemicals in the house, running the water too long, you know, a bunch of stupid things. Now you go off to jail, they get the $200, and God knows where they're going to be living now, because obviously you're in jail, they can't live with you. I mean, can it get any plainer? All you people out there that are still asleep really need to wake up. We're losing our government right underneath our feet. We're losing our country right in front of our eyes. And everybody who thinks, well, I don't have anything to worry about because my part of the country is not going to get bombed. Let me explain something to you. Say some terrorist organization decides to bomb New York City, or say some country decides to nuke New York City. Everybody on the island will feel, well, that's not New York City, I can't worry about that. It takes a good hour or better for me to drive out there. I'm far enough away. When that bomb blows up, the city will be incinerated like that. Everybody on the island will hear the boom, will have enough time to turn their heads and see this cloud moving in their direction. And before they can even blink their eyes, they were incinerated from the heat into a pile of ash. So even if Long Island don't sink, everybody's still fried. Now if that was happening out in Chicago, San Francisco, Los Angeles, why don't you look up how long Long Island is in New York? And then measure that out from Chicago or San Francisco or Los Angeles or Las Vegas or anywhere you might think the terrorist organization might attack. And you tell me if you're in the safety zone or not. The fact of the matter is, this whole country is doomed. There is not one safe place to be. Then there's a small fact that if they're intelligent enough to blow up an atom bomb in the air over America, that would be equivalent to an electromagnetic pulse attack. Now, just like that, more than 3/4 of the country just got blown backwards about 200, 300 years. No electricity. Nothing's going to work. Your car's not going to start. Your TV's not going to turn on. Your cell phone's not going to turn on. Everything is completely fried. And you know how long it would take to rebuild from an attack like that? To get everything up and functional again? We're literally looking at the end. The end. It can't get any simpler than that. all the people out there that are awake, I want you to send me an email at ReverendDrRed@gmail.com and tell me, now that you're awake, what are you doing to protect yourself and your family? What are you doing to prepare? How many people are you trying to wake up? What are you doing? I guarantee you I'm not going to get not one email. Why? Because all of you people are either still asleep, no clue to what's going on, or you're awake but you can't handle it. You don't want to deal with it. You're not talking to anybody about it because you might sound like a crazy crackpot that belongs in a white padded cell someplace. And yeah, I'll admit, it sounds a little crazy. But if I can see it, and if you can see it, what makes you think your family and friends won't be able to see it? It's right there. It is right in front of everybody's faces. All anybody should do is open their eyes and open their ears. People really make me sick. You really do. Everybody I'm talking to tries to come in their awake, tries to come and do this. You know how many people I've spoken to already that live anywhere from a half hour to 5 hours away from me that I asked to meet, and almost every single one of them had one excuse after the other that they can't meet me? How many different militia groups are allegedly organized right here in Central Florida? They're recruiting members. I asked them where I can meet them. I asked them if I can join them for one of their training exercises. All of a sudden they can't talk to me. Well, if you're preparing yourselves, if you're organizing yourselves, and if you're recruiting more members, how are you going to do that if you won't talk to nobody, you won't meet nobody? Does that make any sense to you ignorant fools? So please, if anybody out there is really awake, and you're really doing something to organize yourselves and prepare yourselves for what's coming, please email me at ReverendDrRed@gmail.com and put me on the details. I'd really like to know. As I'm reading these different blogs and watching these different videos from people on YouTube, each and every last one of us that are out there preaching the truth to you people are all getting frustrated because we're out there feeling like we're wasting our breath. Nobody wants to talk to us. Nobody wants to meet. Well, I can't say that because I'm actually meeting somebody on Saturday. If Saturday happens. But the fact is, the vast majority of you... And yeah, I said in one of my past videos that only 5% of the population needs to stand up. And how did the Roman Empire finally fall? 5% of the population revolted. How did Scotland win their freedom? 5% of the population revolted. 1776, American Revolution, 5% of the population revolted. So a lot of you ignorant fools out there probably be thinking to yourselves, well, if only 5% of us need to stand up, well, I'm sure that 5% are already out there doing it. Well, if everybody's thinking that, everybody's going to be sitting there waiting on the next guy to do it. If you really want to ensure a free life for the rest of your future and for your children and your children's children, where they can live out freedom, to the meaning of the word, freedom, absolute freedom. Stop waiting on the next guy to do something. Stop figuring that the guy next door is going to handle it, and start handling it yourself. Get out there and preach the truth to people. Get out there and organize your family and your friends and all your neighbors. Do something. The more you sit there on your couch watching your TV or on your computer chair playing video games, you won't have anybody to blame but yourself when you wind up blown up or in a FEMA camp. That's all I gotta say in this video. I'm so frustrated. People make me sick. Again, if you're doing anything, please inform me that all of us that are trying to get out there and preach the truth to you people and try to preserve freedom isn't going to vain. ReverendDrRed@gmail.com. SpiritualMessiahMinistries.org, ReverendDrRed.com. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.